All right, we're live at 11:05. I'm BC. This is Trinity Street Rods. A big day today in a couple different ways. Gilligan was gone for a couple days, but can I tell everybody what happened? Yeah, he passed his GED. That's pretty major. He was stressing over it a little bit, weren't you?
Yeah.
Done. There it is. It's good. I told him, I said, you can be like the Tin Man. I'll get you a diploma, and then you'll be spouting off numbers. But now we got him an official diploma. Actually, excellent job. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
So anyway, you're back. You were gone all day yesterday, so we missed 11:05, and then you left early a couple days ago. So anyway, guess what? We're working on Ronnie's car. Check it out. We have the body up here. Been waiting on it. We've been just going through everything again one last time, making sure the brake lines are good, making sure everything's ready to go. We tightened up. We got the gas lines going, cleaned up around the tank. We got to bolt the tank in, but that's about it. I think we're going to take and make a chrome cover for that to clean that up. Got pretty much everything done. I believe we're going to just getting ready to put the body on. I mean, we're really close to putting the body on. We got the holes cut in the floor already. You can kind of see that. So it'll sit down over the tank. Battery master cylinder. It is shiny. It is got the flake going on. We got some graphics on it. Looking good. I don't know if you can see it with the light in here, but it's a flake. There's a lot of flake in the white. We've just been going through it, and it's kind of an update. We got the wheels and tires are looking good on there. We should have most of the parts. Ronnie's been gathering parts for this for years. This is like I don't know, a 20-year project or so. It got put pretty far ahead, and then I think Ronnie's from California. You can put a note in there. I think you are, aren't you? I don't know how life is in California, but it's pretty good in Arkansas here. Although I see designer masks. It must be a big business. We should have got into that. People are wearing designer masks now, and it's like Halloween coming up. I guess we're all good. But this is kind of a no mask zone around here. It's just, I don't know, coming together. I think we titled this Patience is a Virtue.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie has been waiting for this for a long time. I'm sure hoping that we're coming together with the look that you're liking. Once we put that body out there, you're going to definitely see it's going to kind of boom out a little bit more. Get that grill show in there. It's got a Ford motor. Most of them don't have Ford motors, but this one does. Clean it up. Got a taller shifter. This got an e-brake. A lot of them won't have an e-brake, but this one's got an e-brake. So we got the trans cooler on. Looks like we still need to put the lines to the trans cooler, so we'll get that done here in a little bit. Had a little bit of a leak in the rear end. We were going through that, so we pulled the back cover off of it, cleaned it up, resealed it, put it back on. Just going through the brake lines now. Had some issues with a little leak here and there. We want it all tight. When we put that body on, don't want to have to take it off again. I mean, we've already had it on, fit it. It's been on and off a couple times, but once it goes on again, we don't plan on taking it off. We've got some tape up on here, which will all come off, but the tape is kind of nice when you're putting the body on and off, not to scratch things, especially in a paint like this. It's just not a good color to touch up. So it's all coming together pretty nicely, I think. What do you think? You like it? I like it. I like the old school look on the white walls. It's just looking pretty good. We got a top for it. We got seats. I believe it's got white seats. I don't see them over here, but I believe that's all done. That'll go together real quick. We just got the body down here yesterday, so I'm trying to wrap my head around the project, and we've had this here, but I want to go through this one last time to make sure we're ready on it and put it on. So today's more of just an update. And maybe as you're looking at it, if you're at this stage and you've got everything ready, just go over it one more time. You got it ready, you think, go over it one more time. It's a whole lot easier to work on it with it all open like this. You know, check your check your radius rods, all that, kind of make sure all the bolts are tight, kind of go through it, make sure everything's tight, no leaks, your fuel system's good, at least everything coming up to your motor here. You can always work on this part open later, not that big a deal, but we're there. And so I guess, I don't know if we get old drag racers out there. We probably got a bunch of old drag racers, but on a drag race, you don't start out in third or you're blown away. Your opponent is like down the track before you even get the thing going up to speed. You got to start out in first. You got to get your RPM up to where they need to be. Then you can shift down to second or up to second and get your RPM goes down again, but you can work the range again. So you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. So for trigger time, I had me 4 Trump hats. This is my 3rd one. It's kind of wore out. It's not wore out as much as the first 2. And I had one more like this, but Jack sent me one. It just came in the mail 2 days ago. I think we're building a car for Jack, I believe. Pretty sure. This one is man, is this styling or what? So we are a lot of times you'll blow up getting off the line. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to get out of control. By the time you get going, it's like, but by the time you're at the end of the race, you're going to go over the finish line one way or another. I mean, you've got the momentum and you have got the speed, and you better just keep her straight and get across the line, and then when you're done, pull the chute. Otherwise, you may tumble over the line, or you may go over sideways. Hopefully you don't go and knock out the opponent and then go over the line. But it's a pretty rough and tumble race going on this year. Pretty exciting. I told we just lost a friend, and actually a friend's mother, and my wife was kind of upset yesterday. She's this is a good story, bad story. Anyway, they've been married a long time. They're our age, and they've been sweethearts since they were in 8th grade. So Ann, my wife, she was kind of sad about everything and kind of teary, and I'm pretty much, you get old, you get sick, and you die. I mean, that's kind of the cycle of life. I am not going to live my life in fear of dying, because I got better places to go than here anyway. But in the meantime, we're building cool cars, we're having a good time, we're going on. So, we were lamenting, and she was talking about, you're going to go first, and I was like, well, the odds against that are pretty good because I'm older than she is, and yada yada. And I was like, well, at least I hope I make it through November. We've been following this thing, and so involved in this thing. I'd like to at least see who wins, and then I'm good to go. So anyway, Lord, anytime you're ready, I'm ready. But in the meantime, we're just gonna do our thing. I got thinking, and the church, and this is actually my favorite part of here. I love building cars, but I mean, we're on a mission. We're on a mission. We're on a search and rescue mission. So get on board. I mean, and this is trigger time, so if you made it this far into it, you probably know where I'm going somewhat. And I've taken on a long time ago the accountability of being a teacher. And it's, you mess up, you're accountable for it. God says you're accountable. Not everybody needs to be a teacher, but when you take on that role, you better at least, aim at, not that we know everything, but trying to understand the word and trying to equip the saints. So we actually did this the other day at the house. We're doing some Bible studies at the house. Guys are coming by, and I'm hanging out with the what would you call it, the ankle monitor crowd.
It's a good name for it.
We've got some really skilled people working here, and we've got a lot of people that have skills that just haven't been totally developed yet. And so we've got a collection of the ankle monitor crowd around here too, and doing really well. And had a message at the house the other day. Oh man, this is a month or so ago. I told the David story. When David was running out, and Saul wanted to kill him, who's the people that followed him? Who were the mighty men? They were just the outcasts of society anyway. They were trouble. So I like, oh look, here's the deal. Here's where we're going. And we went you know, we went to Ziglag and went, oh man, that wasn't good. So we left Ziglag and we're going out to get some of our stuff back. So I've got a group of guys around me that I'm incredibly blessed. So actually we talked about this Sunday and I got thinking about it today, and it's really pertinent. I therefore a prisoner for the Lord. And I said, what does it mean to be a prisoner? And nobody had anything real good to say about it. But we are prisoners for the Lord. We are bondservants. We belong to Him. We have a debt that we can't pay. So we gladly will serve the Lord because He is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and His yoke is light, His burden is easy. So it's not a big deal. So anyway, I beg you to lead a life worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all lowliness and meekness, with patience, forbearing one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body, one Spirit, just as you were called to the one hope that belongs to your call. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God, and Father of us all, who is above all and through all and in all. But grace was given to each of us according to the measure of Christ's gift. Therefore it is said, when I ascend on high, He led a host of captives, and He gave gifts to men. In saying He ascended, that also means, what does it mean? But that He has also descended into the lower parts of the earth. He who descended is He who ascended far above all the heavens, that He might fill all things. And His gifts were that some should be apostles, some prophets, some evangelists, some pastors, and teachers. This is what I want you to hear. I mean, we hold these apostles and prophets and teachers and pastors up here. No, this is what it's about. We're in the game. You don't have a choice. You're either in the game or you're not. The only purpose of those guys, if I'm a teacher, my only purpose is for the equipment of the saints, for the work of ministry, for building up the body of Christ until we all attain to the unity of the faith, of the knowledge of the Son of God, to mature manhood, to the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ, so that we may no longer be children tossed to and fro and carried by every wind of doctrine, by the cunningness of men, by their craftiness in deceitful wiles. I'm not going to go on more, but in our discussion, I was talking to one of the guys, and he was like, service. He talked about service. My brother, he goes on these, whenever there's a hurricane or a tornado, he's got a fireman pass too, that it's like, if you're a fireman, it's like you're almost looking forward to the fire so you can go do your job. Not that you're wanting tragedy to come on anybody, but when the hurricanes come and the tornadoes come, insurance companies don't usually cover the trees that are down and everywhere. And he has a team of people that he works with out of Chicago area, and they go all over the place, and they just go and clean up messes. And he says people are like, well, how come you're doing this for free? His message is because Jesus loves you. People are blown away with that. I, on the other hand, I like to do those kind of things, but I have no problem. It doesn't matter if I'm at a microphone talking to literally thousands of people or just one. I don't have an issue getting out there and telling you. I don't see you all out there, but I know there's people watch because I get hats. I love it. Thank you, Jack. And I get my Corona picture from Wild Bill and different things and great comments and even those that disagree. That's fine. We do appreciate just that you would watch it this far and at least be open to thinking about it. We can disagree. This isn't a controlling thing. You can make a choice in faith or not that faith. That's your call. I'll introduce you and that's it. Bottom line, what I'm saying is about service. It's about service. Go and show the world. They will know us by our love. This isn't about bashing the opponent in the political game or bashing this one or bashing that one. This is about showing Christ's love. Sometimes it's really hard in the flesh, but we can do it. Just like we can build cool hot rods. Sometimes it takes a little while to get her done and to really learn, but the guys I got here, we're learning. we're learning, and we're not just learning how to build hot rods. We're learning how to serve the Lord. So until tomorrow's Friday, right? We're gonna do one tomorrow, Lord willing. You'll be here. We'll do it. We're gonna show a 34 with a Hemi in it tomorrow. That's what we'll do. Remind me of that when we get to it. So anyway, be blessed. Till tomorrow.